Amit, Raina, I'll come across to you first. What would you like to say today to the government? Because you heard the voices of anguish, you heard the voices of outrage, you heard the voices of anger that are coming in from Jammu and Kashmir today saying, please do something, stop this from happening again and again.
See, the blood of the innocent man killed today is on the hands of the government and judiciary. For 32 years, Kashmiri Pandits have been begging the government to address the core issue, to identify the reasons what led to the exodus of Kashmiri Pandits, what led to the ethnic cleansing and genocide of Kashmiri Pandits, and why is it that Kashmiri Pandits continue to be targeted in the Kashmir Valley. And for 32 years, none of the governments and the judiciary, especially the Supreme Court of this country, have chosen every possible way to not address the issue. They suffer from an ostrich syndrome, believing that if they do not acknowledge it, if they do not see it, it does not exist. The truth is, for last 32 years, Hindus in the valley have been continuously attacked and killed, and the population of 5 lakh is today reduced to less than 3,000. And who is responsible for it? They will say Pakistan. But to me, it is the state which is responsible, because they have not done anything serious to address the issue. Even when they abrogated Article 370, which was an excellent step, a very welcome move, they cloaked it with saying that Kashmir is an issue of development. They again refused to admit that it is jihad, and it was jihad that was it was a Sharia Islamic state being created within the walls of Article 370. So if you are not willing to acknowledge the core problem of Kashmir, you are never going to address it. Now, if you cannot provide security to less than 3,000 people, the Kashmiri Pandits who now reside in the valley are less than 3,000, if you cannot acknowledge, if you cannot even address the security concern of these 3,000 people, I do not know on what basis does the government of India claim that they will get 5 lakh Kashmiri Pandits back with dignity. For 32 years, you have not been able to convict a single man. There has been a zero conviction on terror killings. There has been a zero conviction on the mass murders that have happened. And the judiciary, which takes suo motu cognizance of anything and everything that happens in this country, refuses to take suo motu cognizance of killings and ethnic cleansing of a community in independent India, a genocide in India, because they believe that we will not acknowledge it, that means it doesn't happen. So you are not going to treat this malice, you are not be able to solve this problem unless and until you don't acknowledge it. And the blood of innocent men today is on the government of India, not on Pakistan, because Pakistan has been doing what it has been doing for 32 years. Unfortunately, our government has not been doing anything to address that issue.
That's a very strong statement that you're making. Sanju Verma, I'd like you to come in over here. What Mr. Raina is saying is that the blood of Puran Krishan Bhat is on the government of India's hands today, not Pakistan's.
You know, with no offense to Amit, Raina, it is exactly the kind of statements that come from people like Amit, Raina, which try to rationalize and normalize violence in Kashmir by giving a completely clean chit to Pakistan state and non-state actors. That is at the root of the problem. How conveniently, Amit Raina,
Mr. Raina,
I did not interrupt you.
I am not in.
Follow me, this is not fair.
I am not in.
Follow me,
Mr. Raina, just give her a few moments. Mr. Raina, just give her a few moments to make the point that she wants to make. Mr. Raina,
in the valley, they were the family which brought guns into the valley.
May I please?
Mr. Raina, we acknowledge your sense of anguish. We acknowledge your sense of anguish, but just give her 2 moments to finish the point that she's making.
Instead of feeling ashamed,
May I please follow me? This cannot be a monologue.
Every time they find scapegoat.
Fine. Continue to shout. Continue to shout.
They have found Kashmiri Pandit.
Continue to shout.
So that they
You
can
are
claim
doing a
normalcy
disservice to your community by shouting.
and offers on the altar
Follow
of
me, I
secularism. That's all
refuse
they
to
do.
debate.
Mr. Raina, okay, just let her make her point right now, and then you can come in. You can come in.
Let me put it. I will
Yes,
not accept
let me
any
finish.
comment.
Okay.
Follow me, either you moderate the debate or I am leaving the debate, because this is not
Mr.
a
Raina, just hold on for a moment.